to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies these voices, stories and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. First, the headlines. NBA chairman urges new lawyers to undergo apprenticeship for practical experience. Court upholds Ibadan 2025 PDP convention. Dismisses Wanchuku's bid to halt process. Pakistan strikes Kabul as Afghan-Pakistan conflict reignites. Bill Clinton to give private testimony to Congress about Epstein. Chiamaka, 21 others ready for Cameroon on Saturday. Now the details. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has announced a designated pickup point for individuals wishing to obtain their Go cashless cards ahead of the March 1, 2026 deadline. The cashless policy aligns with the federal government directive mandating all ministries, departments, and agencies to transition to a cashless system to enhance transparency, reduce revenue leakages, and improve transaction traceability. FAN has reiterated its commitment to full compliance with the directive and appeals to the public for their understanding and cooperation during the transition period. The authority assures airport users that the initiative will promote faster, safer, and more convenient transactions across its airports nationwide. The chairman of the Nigeria Bar Association (NBA) Ibadan branch, Mr. Ibrahim Lawal, has advised law school graduates who have been called to bar to undergo apprenticeship to gain hands-on experience in the legal profession. Speaking with Agidigbo FM News, Mr. Lawal emphasized the importance of practical experience in law, stating that it is crucial for new lawyers to study under experienced practitioners to familiarize themselves with various laws.
Apprenticeship. Anyone that want to practice law must understand it. Most of the things that we do in court are not things that they teach you in law school. The law in action, you must affiliate yourself with somebody who has experience for you to gain the experience. It is when you know the law that you begin to enjoy the fruit of it.
Lawal further noted that opening a law chamber immediately after law school is not ideal, as it may not provide the necessary exposure and expertise in the legal profession. However, the chairman revealed that the new Legal Practitioners Act, which is expected to be released soon, makes tutelage compulsory for new lawyers, requiring them to undergo training under an experienced practitioner. A High Court sitting in Ibadan today has validated the 2025 election of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which was held in Ibadan on November 15 and 16, 2025. Justice Ladin Rakitola of Court 5 delivered the judgment today shortly after ruling for an application for a rejoinder. Ruling on the amended originating summon filed by the Musibawa Adetumobi on behalf of the claimant Olahan Malomo Adelabi, the judge granted the 13 relief sought in the summon today.
Qualify one application to set aside the proceeding of 25th of this month, which they participated actively. And we told the court that that is a tactic to arrest the judgment of the court, which is unknown to our law. So the court agreed with us, and the court proceeded to deliver its ruling and judgment. The ruling is a result of the application to stay further proceedings, which the court refused because that was first taken. Then the court now proceeded to the judgment. And you've heard the judgment. The judgment is very clear. The court said it loud and clear that the convention held on the 15th and 16th was legally held, valid and proper.
The matter has been well judged, and the verdict of the court is very clear that the convention is valid and well did. So I thank God that we achieved the victory.
Also, the court has dismissed both the motion on applications for stay of proceeding and suspension of rulings filed by Mr. Sunday Ibrahim on behalf of Austin Nwanchukwu and 2 others. The chief imam of Agidigbo FM Central Mosque, Al-Haji Zakaria Yunus Baba, has emphasized that regular Quran recitation fosters a deeper connection with Allah, promotes moral values, and offers solace in time of need. While delivering the sermon today, Imam Yunus highlighted the Quran's role as a guide for Muslims, providing wisdom, guidance, and a path to spiritual enlightenment, further explaining how the Quran was revealed during Ramadan, making it a month of spiritual growth and reflection.
Quran is a book which guides the Muslims the way and manner we should live our life, the way and manner we should behave. And let's say it's a manual of our life. So it guides us not to go astray. It also protects us from other evils. So when we follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, the way that manner of our life, the way and manner we live our life will be very different and also very unique.
Yunus therefore encouraged the Muslims to incorporate Quran reading into their daily lives, seeking blessings and guidance in their personal and communal journeys. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kunle Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Omotolani Fasasi. Pakistan strikes the Afghan capital of Kabul earlier today. The strikes came after the Afghan Taliban announced a major offensive against Pakistani military posts near the border on Thursday night. The Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has released a statement that his country forces are able to crush its foes as they possess full capability to crush any aggressive intentions in the dust, since the defense minister has declared an open war on the Afghan Taliban. The United Kingdom has thereby warned its people against any travel within 10 miles of the borders between Pakistan and Afghanistan. And that ends the news from Kunle Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Omotolani Fasasi.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kunle Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya. Former President Bill Clinton is due to testify on Friday behind closed doors to a congressional panel about his ties to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in what could be a tense confrontation between a former Democratic leader and President Donald Trump's fellow Republicans. Clinton's testimony scheduled for today follows that of his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who told the House of Representatives Oversight Committee on Thursday that she does not remember ever meeting Epstein and had nothing to share about his sex crimes. Bill Clinton, however, flew on Epstein's plane several times in the early 2000s after he left office, and a tranche of millions of documents released by the Justice Department includes photos of him with women whose faces are redacted. He has denied wrongdoing and expressed regret for his association. The panel's Republican chairman, Representative James Comer of Kentucky, says the Clintons are not accused of wrongdoing but must answer questions about Epstein's involvement with their charitable foundation. And that is the news from Kunle Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Welcome back once again, and now in the exciting world of sport, goalkeeper Chiamaka Cynthia Inadozie says the Super Falcons are fully focused and ready to give their best ahead of the Saturday's international friendly against Cameroon in Yaoundé. Speaking at the team's base in Yaoundé, Inadozie dismissed any talk of pressure, insisting the players are concentrating on their performance despite Nigeria's recent dominance over the host. Nadozie led the latest arrivals alongside defenders Osinachi Mavis Ohele, Mitchell Chiwendu, Alozie and Isaiah Sikirat, as well as forward Chiwendu Ihezuo. With most invited players now in camp, head coach Justin Madugo has a near-complete squad to assess fitness levels and tactical options ahead of the two friendly matches. Nigeria will conclude preparations for the final training session at the State Omnisport Amado Adijo on Friday evening, as the first friendly will be played on Saturday, with the second encounter scheduled for next Tuesday. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. MBA chairman urges new lawyers to undergo apprenticeship for practical experience. Court upholds Ibadan 2025 PDP convention, dismisses Wanchuku's bid to halt process. Pakistan strikes Kabul as Afghan-Pakistan conflict reignites. Bill Clinton to give private testimony to Congress about Epstein. Jamaica, 21 others ready for Cameroon on Saturday. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmos. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over 1.5 million out-of-school children.
We give you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
The Southwest in Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us.